please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
You're saying that the economic consequences will be significant and hence you need to be able to arrive at some sort of a resolution, specifically when it comes to the power sector. Let me ask you a broader issue as far as NPAs are concerned. And again, it takes me back to Arvind Subramaniam's economic survey where he identified the twin balance sheet problem, or maybe at least put the government's attention firmly on the issue of the twin balance sheet problem. You know, quarter after quarter, bankers say NPAs have peaked and we are headed for better times now. Let's just take a look at where things currently stand. Bad loans have topped 10 lakh crore rupees. PSUs have written off 1.2 lakh crores in FY18 versus 81,683 crores in FY17. Even for State Bank of India in 17-18, you've recorded your highest NPAs seen in over a decade. Is the problem really at its peak, or is the worst yet to come?
No, as far as the NPA is concerned, so I am firmly of the view that it has peaked. The level which has been achieved or which we have reached as on 31st March 2018 is the highest level. From hereafter, the NPAs would start coming down. And this is not what I am saying or any bank chief is saying. Even if you look at all the reports of any rating agency or any analysis being done by anyone, they all are at least have a convergence on this point of view that from hereafter the NPAs have to come down. I alone have 78,000 crore of NPAs in NCLT 1 and 2. And if we look at the 180 days timeline and extended to 270 days and even extended beyond 270 days. But by March 19, all these have to be resolved one way or another. Whatever we are able to recover, we recover. Whatever we cannot recover through this process, that has still to go out of the books of the bank. So if my NPA was 223,000 crore in March 18, so straight away 78,000 crore has to go out of this book by March 19. And this is all NCLT 1 and NCLT 2 alone. And there are other accounts where we will be making recoveries. And the gross slippage, the guidelines which I gave at the time of our earning calls, it was about 2% of my advances portfolio, which is about 40,000 crore, right? So ultimately, for State Bank of India, there will be a reduction in NPAs. And as we are the largest in any manner, in anything, including NPAs. So if that is the situation,
hold true for the industry as well.
Most of the banks that should hold true. So that is the analysis. And unless something which we can't foresee or I cannot foresee, if that something happens, then it is a different matter. But whatever I am saying, it is based on the complete analysis of the loan book of the bank and the NPA, the existing NPA, their recovery prospects, and the fresh accretion of NPAs.
Let me, as you said, unless and until we see some sort of black swan event, you believe that the trajectory should move lower from here on.
So at least from the gross NPA perspective.
On the gross NPA
some
perspective.
Some pain will still remain on provisioning front. If some banks, the situation is different for each bank.
Each bank, yes.
Right? So say for example, we have a provision cover ratio of 66% where we include our accounts under collection. Which is a below the line accounts, and 50.5% on the this 223,000 crore. So I would like this provision coverage ratio to go up.
Right.
So it mean that maybe the P&L, it will take a little bit 1 or 2 quarters more. Because if I want to increase the provision coverage ratio, so we will be more aggressive on provisioning. So NPAs will come down. Provision cover should go up. That is the trend I am foreseeing. I am not focusing, or I should not use the word focusing, but the impact on P&L, that will be maybe for a quarter or so, it will be still there. Because if 50, I wanted to take it ultimately to say 60. So I'm looking at 10% more provision on the existing stock. And whatever stock comes in, there also I would like to provide at a higher rate.
Okay.
So that ultimately if a bank's performance like State Bank of India or for any bank has to be seen, then it is to be that what is the strength in the balance sheet and not as much that what profit you are declaring in June or what profit you are declaring in September.
Okay.